Hi there, welcome back to a week 7 burning question video. Burning question really sounds like a medical condition, so I might change the name of this section. Is that weird? That's weird. I don't care. Okay, look, I'm on a seaweed kick still. We're leaving Qingdao tomorrow, and my husband was kind enough to pick up these. I'm testing out a new video recording method, so this is going to look a little goofy for a second. These are they say they're mustard flavored seaweed, but check this out. There we go. This little picture right here is actually wasabi, and I thought it was a mistranslation of wasabi flavored seaweed, but actually what they're probably doing is a more honest labeling of horseradish, which is what most of wasabi is in most cases in restaurants and whatnot. If you actually get real wasabi in a Japanese restaurant, you are paying a great deal of money for the sushi that goes with it. But anyway, these are pretty awesome. They're a little bit spicy, and I think I have like 6 packs of them now, thanks to my wonderful husband. Thank you, Evan. Anyway, that is not the point, but of course I always have to bring in food and coffee, no matter what I'm talking about. I think I'm talking about food groups today. I think I have picked up on a pattern that may or may not be true, and may be true enough to help me with a lot of the characters that look like each other. So here's my burning question. I do see... Let me see. I'm going to put a link below on, the point is, the part that I'm obsessed with now on his website is the radical part. Not just radical like 1980s, that's cool, but radical, would you guys, is anybody picking up on that? Okay, raise your hand if you are. You do realize we can't see you. Anyway, not the point. Radical in the fact that it, you know, there's the radical and then there's other things attached to it, and that creates a new character. I'm still working on the vocabulary. But anyway, it splits it up by the radicals, and I'm going to back up a little bit. I've actually got my screen open over here. There we go. And it does it by how many strokes the radical is, which with my physical tracing obsessed self, I love. So it does it from the simplest radicals to the most complex one, and by complex I mean the most strokes. I can't say the word stroke without doing that. Anyway, and my favorite radical so far is, and let me see if I can get the sound of this right. Sure. Yeah, you can laugh. I don't care. I'm trying it. I'm doing it again. Sure. Yeah, it's the one that looks like the little person walking with like maybe a hat or a headset on. It's very, very cool. If you don't know it, look it up. I don't have time this week to put in tons of different links and things, but it's super easy to find. It's CHUO with a falling tone. Okay, so with that one, I noticed this everywhere, and so it's a very, very frequent radical, obviously, and there are many characters, words, what have you, that are linked to it. And I've noticed that a lot of the ones I'm seeing seem to be based around movement or feet or walking. Seems to be a really big meaning in it, and kind of like a base meaning. And I started to look, because they give you the character at the top of the page, the sound, an audio file, which is awesome, so you can listen to it and practice, which is what I just did. And then they give you many of the radicals, or sorry, many of the characters that have that radical. And so I went into about 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, and of the few that I clicked on and saw if my initial hypothesis, does this have to do with movement, feet, walking, that kind of thing? Is that true? So far, I'm about 90% right, but there's a lot more radicals to look at in this. So this is just kind of an initial gut instinct that's coming up. And so the ones that I looked at so far that kind of lean in that direction, okay, that's one that didn't, so I don't want to start off with that, but there's one that did. Oh wait, is this it? It was organized, and then I started the webcam, and it all went crazy. Oh, this one's like a time one that has to do with time movement. So it's still got the movement thing going on, and it's Guo. It's G-U-O with the falling tone. Hey, does this radical always have falling tones? Okay, I'm not going to look for too many things similar with it. And so that one seems to have time movement, I think. Then this one, which to me sounds like a one of the, was it falling rising tones? But it looks like it's just a rising tone. I just started tones like a day ago, so be kind. Please be kind. That one again looks like step by step or gradual, that kind of thing. Okay, there's still a movement in there, and I want to do one more. Here we go. Bien. Yeah, that sounds weird to do. That sounds very stretched out, but whatever. And that one's like a right side, left side, side to side. Again, it's a movement kind of thing. And these aren't necessarily the ones I've been seeing around me, but they are ones that did have that radical and that have a sense of movement. There are plenty that deal with feet and walking a more abstract, no, in a more concrete way as well, but I'm not going to focus on too many of them. So the burning question that we're leading to is, do radicals, how do I put this? Are radicals, do they make word groups that have similar meanings? Like for this one, now I forget the initial radical sound, chuo, is that radical generally seen in things that have some sort of movement, whether it be time movement, thought movement, physical movement, walking and whatnot? Is that true to any extent, or am I making it up from the few that I've seen? Another one that I've seen, and I think with this new video recording technique I can actually show you some of my notes. I have a paper notebook that I keep, can you see that? Of characters that look similar, and I've got like tree and big, day, grain. I want to draw rice on here too, but I keep forgetting. Those are ones that look similar with like an extra stroke and extra two strokes. And I noticed that as I was building this up from simplest to most complex, that these seem to be nature-based. And so I'm wondering if there's a radical in here that these are built from, that if this is a word group that is nature-based, and if that's similar to what's happening with the other radical, the other movement, maybe possible movement-ish radical. So this is my question. Is there an association between the radicals and the general sense of the meaning of the characters that have that radical? And again, as you can probably guess from how I'm using radical and character, I'm still not completely firm on 100% of the time on what is a radical and what is a character. So if I make those mistakes, please use the context to fill it in and get the meaning of what I'm trying to say. If this is completely an accident and that this is not true, please let me know that as well. If it's not true, I'm completely comfortable with that as well, because it's still helping me to think and find the differences in things, and it's a good way to remember the differences. But if it is word groups, that kind of opens up a whole bunch of ways to help learn the similar characters with the radicals that are there, especially the ones that I really like this walking guy. Sorry, I should call him by his name, Chuo. I'm trying to switch over from the names that I give characters like Ooga Booga Man and Walking Guy and things like that, and Double Mountain. No, I'm trying to use the actual word or sound. The pinyin. I'm trying to use the pinyin now. Day 2. Okay, so anyway, thank you for listening. Leave your comments down below, and if you like this or any of the other videos on this channel, please do subscribe, share. I'm going to tweet this right now. You can retweet it and all that kind of good stuff. If you have any suggestions, then please feel free to leave that. You can also find me on Twitter. Where am I? I'm on Tumblr. I'm kind of on Instagram every now and then, and Gmail as well. So all of that stuff will be in the information in this channel. Thank you so much for listening, and again, thank you for all the comments that you guys are leaving. It's super awesome on days when I feel overwhelmed by all the characters around me in China to get your supportive comments keeping me going, because sometimes even when I have aha moments or can figure out the difference between a character that has a tiny little difference between like two different really similar ones, and I think, yeah, I've done it, then there's 3 million more things that confuse the heck out of me, and I read your comment and it's really, really motivating. So thank you, and more soon. Bye.